cool verse in Psalm 35. It's verse 7 says, they, talking about my enemies, hid their net for me without cause, and without cause dug a pit for me. In other words, there's a net out there to catch me, there's a pit out there for me to fall into, and I didn't do anything to deserve them. But that without cause phrase is really important, because sometimes I do things that mean I can get caught on my own. In other words, I dig my own pit, I lay my own net. And frequently, when I'm coming to God, I'm asking Him to protect me from the consequences of my own actions. That pit we're falling into, that pit I'm falling into, is a pit I dug. That net that's catching me is a net of my own selfishness and short-sightedness and just stupidity. And frequently, God will intervene in those situations. I mean, I'll do something really dumb and God will step in and He'll make it so He'll minimize the fallout of my stupidity. But sometimes He doesn't. Because, see, God's goal is not for me to get through one problem. God's goal, as we say all the time, is for us to become the person He created us to be. And sometimes He has to teach us lessons for that to happen. And sometimes the way we best learn those lessons is by when He lets us fall into the pit we dug. Get caught up in the trap that we set for ourselves by our own selfishness, our own short-sightedness, our own bad decisions. So maybe right now you're going through a problem and you're kind of mad at God because He's not letting you out of it. He's not giving you a shortcut to the exit. But when you look at it closely, you realize you set the trap yourself. You created the pit you're falling into. And maybe I shouldn't be mad at Him. Maybe I should be more focused on learning the lessons He wants me to learn in the middle of this pit that I dug for myself. Maybe not a fun one, but that's today's Jumpstart.